Hello everyone, welcome back. Force here, and it is time once again to take a look at what new upcoming games can you look forward to in the coming month. This one for February 2026. Let's jump right in. Alright, kicking things off, Nioh 3. This is a Dark Samurai action RPG, the latest in a franchise I've heard lots of great things about. The original game launched back in 2017, the sequel in 2021, and now the third installment is just about to release. Now, I never got around to playing either prior games, unfortunately. I had always meant to, but such is the way of things in the world of video games. I'm spoiled for choice and just have like way more games that I'd like to play than I actually have time to get around playing. It's just how it goes. But anyways, maybe Nioh 3 is finally the one that I get around to checking out. Some of the listed features include, you got this Dark Samurai world full of challenges. The game features an open field, which you're free to explore to your heart's content, in which you're going to encounter formidable yokai, explore menacing villages where darkness lurks, and struggle against the ominous presence of the Crucible. It's got a dual combat system. You will be able to seamlessly swap between two combat modes, facing enemies head-on with samurai style or using quick movements and special techniques with ninja style. And you'll battle across multiple time periods, starting from the Edo Castle. The story takes players through various worlds across different points in time, meeting a diverse cast of characters, facing formidable enemies, and uncovering the truth. Isn't that always how it goes? Every era is represented with these unique, fantastical open field environments. From what I've heard, the game is kind of like a mix of Sekiro and Bloodborne, where parrying plays a big role but isn't quite as punishing as it is in Sekiro, which sounds good for someone with my age-old reaction time, my old age reaction times. The game looks and sounds pretty neat. Nioh 3 launches on February 5th, coming to PC and PlayStation. There is also a demo available at the moment, at least on PC via Steam, so give that a look if you're interested. And before we continue with the rest of this month's list, let us get a quick word from the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Arknights Endfield. This is a 3D real-time strategy RPG. You take on the role of End Administrator, whose job is to defend and expand humanity's frontier into battle. You'll lead your team in tactical combat across the world of Talos 2 while transforming the planet using a deep factory building system with regional development. In combat, you lead a squad of up to 4 operators, choosing from a roster of 24 unique characters available at launch. Each fill a distinct role with their own skills, weapon classes, and elements, allowing for further deep customization. And you'll need to coordinate attacks with precise timing, utilizing status effects and perfect dodges to overcome your opponents. And then outside of battle, you'll be constructing and expanding an automated industrial complex that powers your journey. Building production lines and leveraging the regional development system lets you gather vital resources and transform the landscape, including futuristic industrial zones and traditional Chinese-inspired designs. Arknights Endfield is now available for free on PC, PlayStation 5, and mobile. You can download the game now using my link in the description below and get up to 135 free pulls, as well as the 6-star operator Ardelia, and much more. All right, back into the list. You know, when PUBG first hit the scene back in 2017, I didn't think nearly a decade later we'd be getting a slew of new games in different genres, all in the PUBG universe. Yet here we are. PUBG Blindspot is a 5 vs 5 top-down tactical shooter, all about clever positioning, tight teamwork, and shared vision, choosing from unique agents, creating squad synergies, and working to eliminate the team of opposing players. It honestly looks kind of neat. Some of this game's key features include a focus on team synergy. Everyone will pick from one character who fills a clear role with a very specific job they excel at. This is one of those games that requires working together with good positioning, timing, and synced engagements. This whole shared vision thing is pretty interesting as well. So the entire map is covered in a fog of war, with only the things revealed by individual characters' vision cones. The key difference here is that you share vision with your entire team, so covering multiple angles from different positions will give you the biggest advantage when kind of breaching and looking into a play space. And it's got tactical shooting, as you can see by the gameplay footage here. This is a top-down twin-stick style shooter. Looks to have a very fast time to kill, requiring quick reaction times the millisecond an enemy appears within your line of sight. Yeah, this legitimately looks really neat. Now, I'm curious to see if they're going to have solo modes. I think this actually could be a lot of fun as like a last man standing kind of a thing. So you got 20 players that spawn in and everyone for themselves. But I know it's right now it's team-based, kind of hero-based sort of game, and I definitely think it's worth giving a look. PUBG Blindspot launches on February 5th, coming to PC via Steam Early Access. Styx is a stealth action game where you play as a goblin sneaking through various strongholds and fortresses, eliminating orcs and ogres in your path. The whole thing has a very Lord of the Rings heavy vibe, even though it's not associated with the IP. Either way, it is cool as hell. I first played Styx with the original Master of Shadows back in 2014. Really dug the game. And now we're getting another one. This is actually the third game in the franchise. Styx Blades of Greed takes us to the Assyrian continent, where we once again will be playing as the cunning, sneaky goblin named Styx. This time our goal is to get our hands on quartz, a precious compound that unlocks special powers. This is a stealth game through and through. Infiltration and silent elimination is your goal. To those ends, you've got a bunch of different tools. You'll be crafting weapons and potions in between missions that have different unique properties. There's also a wide range of abilities from cloning, invisibility, mind control, and time shift, and all sorts of challenging puzzles that require clever use of your tools and stealth. Blades of Greed promises to deliver the largest play space to date with massive sprawling levels that lean heavily into vertical design. I thought the first game was a ton of fun, and it looks like they've really continue to refine and advance that formula. If you're a fan of stealth combat action games, definitely keep an eye on this one. They've got a demo available on Steam as well, so you can try this out for free. Styx Blades of Greed will be launching on February 19th, coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. All right, this next game I am very excited for. This is Resident Evil Requiem. Now, it's been a hot minute since I played one of these games, but this might be the one to get me back in. The next major installment in the RE franchise sees us returning once more to Raccoon City, and guess what? All sorts of crazy stuff is going on. What a massive shocker. In Requiem, we will play as Grace Ashcroft, an intelligence analyst for the FBI, who, following the mysterious death of her mother, heads to an abandoned hotel to investigate what happened. The game will continue the series' classic survival horror elements, where you go around the environment, conducting investigations, solving puzzles, managing scarce resources, while also being constantly interrupted by all sorts of intense moments with these crazy looking enemies popping out of the woodwork. The typical formula here is, you're in a place, you go around searching for a person or looking for information or whatever, something in the environment. Areas will be locked off to you, you're not going to have access to initially, and then you have to look around and try to find the means of bypassing those locked doors or blocked off areas, and inevitably during the process, some horrifying monstrosity jumps out at you and chases you through the world. All of this stuff looks really good. Love the gameplay footage I've seen thus far. Resident Evil Requiem will be launching on February 27th, coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Okay, so those are the games this month that I am most looking forward to and excited to play as far as new games are concerned. Got quite a few honorable mentions though. Norse Oath of Blood is a turn-based tactics game set in Viking Age Norway. Build a settlement, forge alliances, and fight strategic battles. You'll be managing a community of craftspeople, farmers, and warriors as you grow strong on a path to vengeance. Guess what? Somebody wronged your family, and you make it your new life's mission to return the favor. A tale as old as time. Features include turn-based battles where positioning, unit synergy, and terrain all matter. You'll use elevation, flanking, and environmental hazards to your advantage. You'll be recruiting and training a variety of fighters, everyone with their unique skill set, customizable gear, and upgradable abilities. And you will build your settlement from a makeshift camp into a thriving stronghold, assigning roles, managing resources, and upgrading buildings. Definitely seems interesting. Combat looks pretty fun for turn-based action as well. Norse Oath of Blood launches on February 3rd, will be coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Yapyap is a magic-themed co-op horror game where you and up to 5 friends play as minions summoned by a wizard with the goal of breaking their rivals' towers and causing mayhem. So you guys are gonna run around vandalizing, making a mess, and smashing stuff. You can even use voice chat to cast spells. That's kind of hilarious. All with the goal of causing as much damage and trying to escape the tower prior to being caught. This kind of looks like one of those friend slop games, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Just it's kind of silly, and it looks like it'll be a good time if you have a group of friends who just enjoy goofing around together. At least that seems to clearly be the target audience. Definitely could be a fun time for sure. Yapyap launches on February 3rd, coming to PC. Crisol Theater of Idols is a survival horror adventure set in a twisted version of Spain. You play as a soldier captured by religious dogmatism who must use your own blood as ammunition without draining to the point of death. Looking at some gameplay footage, I really like the visual style and setting here. Feels pretty unique. I also like that whole gameplay premise of sacrificing health for offensive power. Other key features include you'll explore a malevolent island, traversing eerie landscapes, crumbling grand ruins, and labyrinthine streets, exchanging blood for ammunition, but also to help you solve environmental puzzles. You can upgrade your powers and weapons to be more more effective and efficient and tailored to different styles, and the story mixes historical events and folklore with religious undertones. Pretty neat looking indie game. Crisol Theater of Idols will be launching on February 10th, coming to PC. This game's got a demo as well. The creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are back with an all-new game. It's very much giving similar vibes, no doubt. Unsettling as hell looking at this thing. Reanimal is its name. It is a horror adventure game, and they promise it will deliver an even darker, more terrifying journey than their prior titles. You play as a brother and sister going through hell to rescue their missing friends and escape the island they used to call home. So you'll move through the environment. You've got these larger-than-life menacing foes at every turn who you must hide from, outwit, or run away from. The visual presentation in this game, simply phenomenal. I mean, look at how good this looks. Really impressive work. Bound to be kind of a more bite-sized experience if I had to guess, but undoubtedly an impactful one. This looks pretty great. Reanimal launches on February 13th. Will be coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. This one's got a demo available up on Steam too. Okay, so those are the new releases. We got a couple of betas and updates I want to tell you about. First and foremost, World of Warcraft. Over the past month, I've been spending a majority of my time playing classic WoW, leveling up on the anniversary servers in preparation for the upcoming re-release of the Burning Crusade. I nearly got my paladin to level 60, spending a bunch of time PvPing right now, trying to get honor gear, and looking forward to prepping and getting ready to step through the portal once again into the Outlands. You know, going through Hellfire Peninsula, Terrakar Forest, Nagrand, all the rest, doing some arena PvP with my friends, tanking 5-man dungeons is what I plan to do with my pally, and probably check out some of the raids too. I mean, just like some of my favorite OG WoW content here. Really looking forward to it. Should be tons of fun. Cannot wait. TBC will be officially coming to the classic anniversary servers on February 5th. This is likely what I will be spending a bulk of my time in February doing, with some of these other games splashed into the mix as well. The Cube Save Us is the name of an upcoming post-apocalyptic extraction game built around brutal close quarters combat. In the Steam description, they say they're going to be stepping through the Cube Gate and discovering ever-shifting worlds filled with strange landscapes and terrifying enemies. So the cube, not the movie, the game, the cube is made up of 27 ever-changing pieces. Every time you step through one of those gates, you will enter new locations and face off against new enemies. It is a full PvPvE game as you battle through the cube, taking on all the monsters and mutants, the PvE. You're also going to encounter raiders, other players who are eager to take your stuff. With joy, yes. The game offers a variety of weapons to use with a general focus on close quarters combat. There are also special skills you can unlock and equip. So they're going to be holding a server slam test for this game. It's running for 72 hours from February 19th to the 22nd. It sounds like this is going to be fully open from what I've read. So looks like anybody can gain access, although I couldn't find specific details. Definitely keep an eye on the game Steam page if you're curious about this one. And then we've got Sea of Remnants. This is an ocean adventure RPG where you play as a puppet folk sailor seeking lost memories, braving dynamic seas, and battling strange monsters as you build your fleet, bond with over 300 companions, that's a lot, and shape the evolving pirate city of Orbtopia through every choice you make. It's a pretty looking game. It's got a cool style to it, that's for sure. Some of its key features include open world adventure. You sail the seas and explore numerous islands. It's got turn-based strategy, multiple combat modes, and lots of downtime activities like fishing and cooking to music and alchemy. They've got an alpha test for this game running from February the 5th to the 12th. Now, from what I could tell, they already had their registration period, like it passed in mid-January, but maybe they open up additional opportunities to gain access. This is a pretty cool looking game, so yeah, keep an eye out. Maybe they're gonna give out more keys or something at some point. All right, so that does it for this month's list. In terms of what I'm gonna be playing, well, World of Warcraft for sure, lots and lots of WoW in February. I'm really excited for TBC. It's been 20 years. I know originally Classic WoW came out and then they progressed to TBC and they've kept going. I played Classic, originally in 2004 and then again when it came out in 2019 or whenever it was, but I didn't do the era progression. So this is my first time actually playing Burning Crusade in 20 years. Yeah, 2006. It's been like 20 years since I played this expansion. I'm really looking forward to it. I would love to try Nioh 3, but it literally launches on the same day as TBC. So maybe if the WoW servers are on fire, I'll get the chance to play it for the afternoon. Who knows? PUBG Blindspot looks cool as hell. Definitely want to check this this out. I like to play Reanimal if I get a couple of afternoons free and want to be a little spooked. I loved the original Styx, this whole stealth goblin action game, really cool, so I'd like to check out this one. And I am super interested in Resident Evil Requiem, like 1000%. We'll definitely be playing this. Been a while since I've played an RE game, but this looks fantastic. Also, yeah, I'd like to try out the test for the Cube and Sea of Remnants as well. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty busy month after all. I didn't think so, but yeah, I got a pretty packed schedule. Looking forward to it. Stay tuned for more videos. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.